So when President Obama was elected here in the US, even before his election, France gave him a big stage. I remember him going there like a president and giving press conferences. I remember him giving a big speech in Germany. And McCain keeps saying this man is not president yet. Oh well, we see the result of that now. His foreign policy is being ran by the French. A president who pounded President Bush about war is creating war in Libya without the permission of the Congress. A president who promised a good economy is relying on the death of bin Laden to win voters. For those of you Africans and even American here in the United States, I like to tell you that in order for us to see things change, we have to participate in the electoral system of this country. This country has the best system in the world when it comes to democracy. It is not perfect. Not at all. Not at all. But we can see the difference. We can see that at least in the United States, we can actually stand up and speak. We can actually elect an African American as president when no one believes that that can even happen. There is a good chance that if we align ourselves and learn from the United States, that we members of the diaspora, we can actually free our country, our continent. And that's why I wanted to give you this little history. And for us Africans, we have to look at both parties here in the United States and ask ourselves, which one of them can really help us? And like I said before, we can see that during the 8 years of President Bush, Africa grew a lot. And we can also see that for the past 2 years, it has been mostly wars, division in Africa. I believe it's Forbes magazine who just came out with his African billionaires. 14 of them are billionaires in Africa, doing business in Africa. When some of us still think that Africa is a poor continent where we cannot invest because there is no stability or this or that, Africa is coming pretty strong. And we can also see that among these 14 billionaires, they all come from English-speaking countries. South Africa, Nigeria. Because English-speaking countries do have the opportunity to grow. Their colonization is basically over. If not, it is starting to end. While French-speaking countries is actually the opposite. We saw a Côte d'Ivoire who was going step by step toward peace, coming back to hell. The people of Burkina Faso stood like Egyptians and Tunisians. And you know what happened? They shut them up. You already know who did it. Many people ask me, why do you blame the French so much? Why don't you blame leaders in Africa? Why is it that you never talk about them? Because they say that you don't shoot the messenger. Those leaders are nothing without the French. And their system is, they will be the first to call them dictators. But then, when the people stand up to try to fight them, these same French and the Democrats arm them to kill protesters. I said it here before. African countries really don't make weapons. They say, okay, South Africa just started making weapons, but when South Africa don't arm rebels in Africa, we all know who do. We know who armed them. Every time that a strong opposition stand up in a country in Africa, they kill them. Who does? Yes, the dictator in power, the messenger, but he's sent by the French. Today, the world economy is shaking. France is trying to recuperate from all these years that they have lost, all these Bush years where they couldn't slave African people. They couldn't kill them. They couldn't steal from them. Now that Obama is in power, the best friend of Sarkozy, man, France has become the #1 power in the world. Killing and bombing everybody. You notice I didn't talk about Libya today. I have a special segment on Libya next time. The African diaspora of Dallas, Texas, is doing an amazing thing. They are preparing to show a film on French activities since Lumumba and if you can make it, I'll definitely give you the information. You can check on my website. If it's not there yet, stay tuned because we'll put it there very soon. If you can make it to this projection, I advise you to do. And I promise you a rally here in the United States, in Washington, D.C. The date is August 20. Please, if you are going to be there, send us an email and tell us that you will be there. Please spread the word. This will be the day where we African people will stand up. This will be the day where we will say, enough is enough. This will be the day where we Africans stand together, whether we from the north, the south, east, or west. Please come join us. August 20, 2011. And if you are a leader of the diaspora and you would like to be a speaker in this event, please send us a message. Let us know that you will be there. Let us know the amount of people that you are bringing with you, because we will stand there together. And for at least 4 to 5 hours, we will speak our mind. We will send a strong message. This rally will take place across from the White House. The place can hold up to 10,000 people. So bring as many people as you can. We are standing up this time. We will not let this massacre continue. Whether you are Christian, Muslim, whether you are from the north or south, east or west of Africa, whether you are male or female, young or old, We want you there that day. Bring your concern. We will answer your questions. We will stand together as one family. And remember that we have to participate in the electoral system of this country. Each American government gets involved around the world. We all know that. If we stay quiet and don't say anything, these problems and massacre will continue. So I'm inviting each and every one of you. Let's stand together. Bring your organization. Bring your people. After the rally in DC in 2012, we will have our first African convention here in the United States. We will choose one of the presidential candidates here for the race of 2012. And we will support him or her. I'm calling each and every one of you. Let's stand up and fight for our people, for our children, for our future.